Hi everyone, welcome to Carmen Catherine's Reef. So we are going to actually do a flower now. We're going to do, welcome all my new subscribers, welcome my crafty family. I hope you enjoyed the last, it's not a tutorial, it's just going over the community button, upcoming drawings, and things that are going to be coming up on my channel. So today we are using, I cut a 21-inch eyelash mesh, and it is like a lime green from Fuzzy Fabrics. We are using lilac from Fuzzy Fabrics. We're using the two-toned pink from Paper Mart. It's the pink gold, and the yellow from Paper Mart. Everything is cut 10. Well, this is 10.5 by 10 inches, and these are 10 by 10s, okay? So, did want to say something. I don't know who keeps, you know, that Diana just sent me that beautiful package of jewelry. It's not even a tutorial, but if you notice, everyone, there's some people that don't like me that goes on every single thing I put up and puts their thumbs down. Just not cool, not very nice, and not Christian-like. So, as you know, I had someone who told me they were going to ruin my life, and they were going to, that was their goal, to ruin me. That person, it's a, YouTube is a public channel, so anybody can get on it. But I can block people from commenting, but I can't block them from watching it. So I have this individual who, you know, as from December, said she was going to ruin my life. And they know by your IMP address that it's you. But I have a handful of people that will get on there and put their thumbs down on everything I do. So all my subscribers that love me, please put your thumbs up on everything so we can show YouTube that you like me. Okay? And we're not going to let trolls and mean people that don't believe or that say they believe in God, that's going to act like that, ruin this channel, because I'm not going to stop making my crafts. Ever. Alright, so I'm going to turn this down and we're going to get started. I'm very excited. We are going to be doing, it's kind of like a carnation, not sure. But, so after I'm done with this, I'm going to take a picture, put it on my community page. Only the people that are my subscribers get to get on there and contact and comment and see it. Even if you subscribed and you're one of those trolls that put your thumbs down and I have blocked you, you can't comment. Sorry, you're blocked. You may be able to see me, but you won't be able to comment. So, get on there and I'll put a list of all the supplies that I'm using. From now on, it will be on there, everyone. Please use that community button. It's a great feature. And for those that aren't a subscriber that just watch my tutorials, you won't have access to the community button to see the list of supplies or comment on there. But at the end of every tutorial, because it used to be at the beginning, at the end when I say have a blessed night, there will be a supply list at the end. Now with my computer program, that list, I can't get it to stay still. So it's a movie program to make a movie. So it'll go up or down. I only have two features that I can use, and it's like credits on a movie. I'll slow it down as much as possible so you can see it and you can pause it to write it down. For others, there's an easier way now. You can go on the community page and everything will be listed for you. Alright, I'm going to turn this down. I'm very excited. Like I said, everyone, don't pay attention to that person that keeps doing that. Put your thumbs up. Let me know that you support me. I love what I'm creating and doing, and I love you, and I'll see you in a few seconds. Okay, so we are going to do this different today. I'm going to start from the top. We're making this multicolor. you can take any colors you want. And this will determine, because I'm either going to do just a plain flower or we might even decorate this. I wanted to see how this would look. So I'm going to have it going, put it under the bar, halfway. I'm going to take my two-tone pink. I'm going to crisscross it. Take your zip tie. This way you can see exactly what I'm doing because I want to start from the top. And go under the bar. I don't like the way that one feels. Under the bar. You know I like the big zip tie, so around both pieces of mesh. This is a cable tie again. This one is from Amazon. It's the Pro Fit. Now this one gets real tight. It's $18. This is your Pro Kit. I got it on Amazon, or you can get the $13.49 from Walmart. I'm going to keep this. And then I use fizzers if I want to cut it. Thought we would mix this up a little bit. You can also do like, you can swap them. You can do all pink in one, all yellow in another, all purple. You can do two different colors and you can put it out that way too. I wanted to try multicolored. So I might have to cut a little bit more. We're going to try not to. I'm going to alternate this. But I like that yellow. It's a curly Q style. This is why, because it curls. See how we would do if we just do, let's do two in a section and see how that works. I'm going to alternate the pink and the purple. The main color is the yellow. That's why I said I might have to cut a little more yellow. You just take like you're ruffling it. You're just going to gather it together, place it on top. Don't worry, we still have a bunch of different tutorials, and I try to swap it up with different techniques. I just came up with this method about three weeks ago. So I wanted to show different ways we can do this. We did a yellow carnation, did the red, white, and blue, the lemonade flower, we did the watermelon flower, all using this technique. And I show you how to do all 4 bars, using 4 pieces in each bar like we did with the red, white, and blue carnation. I show you how to do the bottom one and the top one. Right? So these are 10 by 10, and then of course that's 10.5 by 10, the green, because it's 21-inch roll that I cut down. The eyelash mesh. And I have more if I need it. So if I need any more, I'll cut it in front of you so you can see. I really, really like that eyelash mesh from Fuzzy Fabrics. So I have just been advertising Fuzzy Fabrics for almost about 2-3 weeks. And they have already started to run out of colors. So I know lots of you have been ordering from them. Because I ordered my blue metallic, and I had ordered 2 rolls of it, and they were out of stock because I ordered it and the next day I got an email. I really like this company, saying they were refunding me money because they ran out of that color. They were out of stock. So they're selling fast, everyone. They're selling really fast because the prices are really good and the shipping is only $6.95. So, and it doesn't matter, you know, how much you buy. If you just buy $30, $40 worth, it's still $6.95. If you buy $200 worth, it's free shipping and 15% off. So they do have their little specials. I have not tried their ribbon yet. I've only been working with their mesh. But I've been very pleased. Very, very pleased on what I have been working with. Like I said, I love my Paper Mart, but unfortunately, I can't afford the shipping. So, see how pretty that is? So again, we're going to take our yellow, go under the bar with your yellow. How pretty this is. It's really, really pretty. Crisscross it with your purple. So I'm alternating the pink gold with the lilac purple. I can't wait until YouTube puts that feature on the community page where you will be able to share all your work with me, because I have so many people that make a lot of, look, we're almost up to 10,000. I have so many of you that make my wreaths, and that's what the tutorials are for you to make, that want to share stuff with me. So this is going to be awesome for the people that aren't on Facebook. So I'm really looking forward to this. See how curly that is? It's beautiful. And it doesn't take long to do this method. So what I was going to do is, I didn't know if I wanted to use, I have my pit bull, or I have, oh, I don't really want to use that. I do have a pineapple, and I have something else, because we have a bunch of stuff we're doing that I showed you when I took my trip to Mississippi that we bought. I have a bunch of stuff to make, so I'm not sure if we're just going to leave this as a flower or if I'm going to make it into something. Because I really, really love my kitty cat that I did. And I'm so happy a lot of you are making it. And some of you have emailed me pictures. I mean, I just did that not too long ago. I have a lady who's, a couple of you are already making the apple wreath too. So I was excited. I get pictures text to me all the time. So I'm so proud of all of you. And the kitty cat. Is my favorite. So I was really happy that everybody enjoyed that. So I'll show you. For those of you that haven't seen my kitty wreath, this is my kitty cat wreath. This is a yellow carnation. And what I did is I put a cat on it, and we're doing it the same way we're doing now, same technique. And I put a little kitty cat in the center, and then I lined it with the wildflowers you can get from Dollar Tree. And then I highlighted it with a couple butterflies, and then I put the kitty cat. It's so cute. Everybody loves this. It turned out beautiful. Same method we're doing today. ruffle. I call them curly cues. Curly cue under your bar. Take your other piece and we're going to crisscross it. When it goes under the bar and it's going up, that's what pushes it to make this curly, beautiful, beautiful design with the mesh. And like I said, I came up with it about 3 weeks ago is when I showed everybody. New technique. I think it's actually been a month because I did the Cowgirl Rodeo wreath using this technique and my bluebird. And that was the first time I showed you, and I think it's actually been 3 weeks. So I have seen other people start to do it. I'm watching my tutorials. I have seen it. There we go. Because you can also do it on top of the bar too. You can take, I like it going under the bar because like I said, it shapes it better. But I saw another person use my method in their tutorial and put it over the bar, like on top of the bar, and then do it. Here, almost better. See how pretty that is? And it's just filling up. Now, your metallic is always going to be thicker, okay? This is your thinner type of mesh. I do like using the metallic doing this because it does give it, like you saw on the red, white, and blue, it just gives it that little extra. It's thicker. This is your thinner mesh, which I have a whole bunch of pieces we will be using this. Different colors, different styles, different ways of laying the mesh. But I have a bunch of ones we will be using this with different colors. This exact way that I said I came up the curly cue. I was getting tired of doing the same thing over and over, which I always try to do mine different. I have lots of techniques and I always try to do it a little bit different. So I was playing around with the mesh one day and I said, I want to try something, see what this does. And then it did exactly what I wanted it to do. Now this is a little bit too long, see that? Great thing about zip ties is they pop right off. You don't have to worry about unrolling your pipe cleaners. You can just move it over because it should go in half when you crisscross it. That way one side's not going up too far. Take another zip tie, go around both pieces. Make sure it's in half. Now we can also add a third one in there, and I might just do that just to thicken it up some. So we have 2 in here. So if I was going to do that, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Because yellow is your primary color that we're going with. So let's get this done, and then we're going to add, because I kind of want it, well, when we get to our next layer, but I want it thicker going in the center. So let's see. I have an idea. There we go. Crisscross. Angel baby just got up he took a little nap. I hear him talking. Oh, so that's what I wanted to tell you. So I went out while I was downloading the tutorial with the new community feature and everything we just got done talking about. And I went and got him and Theo, my grandbabies love chocolate chip cookies. They love cookies. I went and got him a cookie and gave it to him, and he looked right at me. Now, this is a baby that doesn't say too much because he's a little bit behind right now, which Down syndrome, they're behind on their motor skills. And he looked at me and he says, "Thank you." I almost died. I was like, "Did you hear that? Did you hear that?" And my husband's like, "Yeah," he said, "Thank you." I was like, "Oh my goodness, he's starting to talk." It was the cutest thing ever. It just took my breath. It really did. It was so sweet. I was like, "Oh, thank you." It was just like, the first year of his life, he didn't do much. He was so sick. All he did was eat and sleep, and, because he's been ill from birth. He has Hashimoto's, but he's had a lot of difficulties, besides Down syndrome. And he was very ill. He only slept and ate and sat, pottied and, soiled, and we had to change him. Didn't do much of anything. Then when he turned 2, he started, he's 2.5 now. He started doing things that a 6-month-old would do. And in the last month, it's like a switch clicked in his brain. And he's starting to do all this stuff that we've never seen before. So it's just been very exciting and heartwarming. And I'm just thrilled. I really am. So I do want to add a little bit more to this. I'm going to take, because yellow's your main color. We have six sections. So I'm going to take 1, 2, there's 2 per thing, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we are going to add just the yellow. Alright, so I'm going to go into each section. And we're just going to add some yellow just so it fills it up. So remember, this is non-metallic. It's just your regular standard mesh. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to crisscross it. Take your zip tie. Go around the mesh, under the bar, just like we were doing this whole time. Put 1. Remember, I always change up. You have to watch it or you're going to miss something I do. So I'll say, do it like this, and I'll see you in a few seconds. Pause me so you can catch up. Then I'll get back on, and a lot of people think, well, I know what she's doing. I'll just finish this without watching. I end up changing something towards in the middle or the end or something. So always try to watch this, because if it's not turning out right, a lot of times you missed a step that I do. Alright? So I'm actually adding 1 per section and doing 3 on top. So you need 36 pieces if you're doing 10 by 10 and you're doing 3 in each section on the top. Here, I'll count it in a second. I believe it's 36. See how it changes the whole look? Adding that yellow is going to change the whole look of what we just did. And it gives it more texture because you're using a standard mesh with no metallic in it. The metallic is what makes it thick. So this is going to give it a little thickness and add some more color to it. This is so pretty. It does get a little tight on your fingers. It's fine though. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So this would determine on how much you want. So we're doing the top first. And this I'm using the Dollar Tree frame. Make sure that, yep, next section right here. I use a lot of zip ties, so under. Two. I think this is the last section. It is. See how it thickened that up? Thickened it up a lot. A whole lot. Do you see the difference? And when I use the higher, so I'm using the Dollar Tree frame. But yesterday, when I did the red, white, and blue, I used Craft Outlet's form, the 15-inch, where it has some height in it. And with the height, it gives it a different illusion. It's the same exact thing we're doing, but it just makes it go up. But most of us are on a budget, and you can get it just as pretty with the Dollar Tree frame. So I wanted to do stuff. I wanted to show you all that and do this so you can see. I'm going to show you how to get it to be poofy too. So again, here we go. Crisscrossing it. Take your zip tie. Now you can tweet it under if you wanted to, so because it's on the last bar. So all you got to do is just move it around, grab it from the center, pull it in, zip tie the two pieces together. And I believe that is one in each section. So this is your first section. You see? Look how fast it is. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What I'll try to do on my community page, I'll tell you how many pieces you need, alright? It's pretty, really pretty. It's a flower. Alright, so we have, but it's right here. Alright, so when you're working on your second bar, you want to figure out how you're going to do this. So I want to pull out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There's 6 pieces. So you want to keep your colors going though. So your options are, you can take pieces and you can fill it in. One here. I'll have to cut some more yellow. This is what I'm going to do. And I can save the purple and pink for another project if I wanted to. So you can take the yellow here and then go by your bottom. But because I'm going to do leaves down here in a different way, I kind of want this to be fuller. Is how I want it. See if I have another roll of yellow. So I'm going over this, taking my zip tie, going over that second bar, around it with the zip tie, flat side always going in. We don't even need all that. Like I said, I can save that for another project. So I'm going to do one there. Crisscross it, hold it with your hands, Take your zip tie. Around bar 3. I think I'm going to want more on bar 3. And you can even put this under the bar, just like I did with bar 1. Look at the curl. So pretty. And we can fill in with the purple and pink just to highlight it. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I'm actually going to probably finish this off camera. I'm just showing you how to do this. I kind of want to do the whole flower. We'll see. So you're going to take this, take your zip tie, go around bar 3, flat side in, take your mesh, That is beautiful. That is what we're going to do. That's beautiful. See how pretty that is? Now what we can do is, see how I'm shaping it now? This is absolutely gorgeous. You can take pink or purple, whatever color you want. You only have one in bar 2. You can take one of your pastel colors, just one piece, and put it through because this goes right here anyways, like this, to add some color. Just one piece, not too much. It's a filler. I call them fillers. Of course, I would do that. And that's just going to highlight it, but you want your yellow to be the majority of the color. You can take even, because you have little pieces with the color in it, You can double it if you want it. I don't want to. That's okay for the second bar, because it's going up and reloading it. The third bar I'm only doing in yellow. I'm going to go answer my door and I'll be right back. We're going to got some more yellow. I'd rather do this in front of you than do it off camera. That way you can see exactly how to do this. Because like I said, I did swap it up a bit from what I was originally planning. So I like the way this looks with the yellow. So you're just going to take your yellow, and you can go under the bar like I did with the first one, but you don't need to, not on the second and third bar. I usually do a crisscross. Now when I did the carnation on the red, white, and blue, we did go under the bar. Okay, so I don't want to confuse anyone. So I'm going to take one with 2 in it on the second bar. Take your zip tie, pull it under, make sure that the flat side's in. Take your mesh, it's crisscrossed, alright? I'm going around the mesh with slippery fingers. My son got the kids early. I thought we were going to keep them a little bit later, but he got them early. But I will see them again tomorrow. He went and he wanted to spend some time with his wife. They went and did something at the pier so they could spend time together. But there we go. Take the cable tie gun. That is on your second bar. Okay, right here. Then you're going to take a color of your choice, and I'm going to alternate the pink and the purple. This is just highlighting it. Like I said, I have a bunch that I cut, so I will definitely be using that in another flower. I'm going to take the purple. I'm just going to take one. So you're only putting 3 pieces on the second bar. I'm taking 2 of the yellow, 1 pink on this side. I'm taking a purple on this side. It's so strange I did that again. Should have known. Put a zip tie over 2 bars. I do that a lot. I'll have to fix it in just a second. So I'm going to take this. Make sure your flat side is in. If you put it over the 2 bars when you're attaching the one in front, that's fine. It's not going to hurt it. But because I saw it, I'm real picky. I have to fix it. Try to keep the ones that I used on this side, so I can throw them out. As you see, that happens sometimes. I get in a rush. And I put 2 zip tie over 2 bars. You can leave it if you do that, but I like to move my mesh around, so when I go to shape the flower, so all you got to do is just take another zip tie, push it in between both bars, take it to this side, around both pieces of mesh that's already on there, and just re-zip tie it. And I'm going to use the fizzers to cut that. There we go. Alright. That way, see, you can move it. You need that bar to move this, to shape your flower. Now I'm going to take, see how pretty that is laying out? It's beautiful. You can do this on your 10-inch reform too. Now the 10-inch reforms, I do flowers on a lot of flowers. And we do the pollen center. But because we're not doing a pollen center, and I get a lot of requests to do flowers and different things using the 14-inch frame. Because a lot of people are on a budget and use the Dollar Tree frame. So lately, that's what I've been using. But my pollen flowers are really big. We are actually going to be doing one this week, and we will be making a pollen center with it. So that'll be nice. I'm going to take the zip tie, flat side in, around the 2 pieces of yellow mesh on the second bar. Now, as you move your mesh around, like I said, doesn't matter how you cut it, it can fray up on you. You're going to want to trim as you go. Alright, so now I have this bar to put one on. You will need less fabric using your 10-inch reed frame. Alright, you need more when you're doing the 14 because this is like a regular reed. So I take it with one finger on this side. Gather it, crisscross it, take a zip tie, go over the bar. I do want to say happy birthday, Janet. I love you. Janet is one of our admin on my craft page, and today is her 52nd birthday. She's 52 today. We have become very close. We call each other sisters. I love her very much. I wish I lived near her so I can give her a hug and take her out to lunch or do something for her. But she is an amazing person who has gone through a lot for 52 years of her life. You hear me talk a lot about her. We actually met on this channel, and Janet won the Zip Snip, and that was a long time ago. It's at my 1,000 subscribers. It's a long time ago. She won the Zip Snip, and we talked, and we have a lot in common. We both have brain tumors. Well, hers is gone. She had major brain surgery, and she almost didn't make it. She had a big brain tumor that was over the stem of her brain, and she had to have surgery, and she almost didn't make it. She came very close to death. She was only supposed to be in the hospital for 7 days, and it ended up being 3 months. And she had to learn how to talk and walk and eat and do everything over again. It was a pretty tough surgery for her. But by God's grace, she is still with us, and I thank God every day for her. Anyways, we became very close. And she also, I made the Tiffany Rose in honor of her sister. Her sister passed away 3 years ago. She had cancer, and she passed away at 30. I believe she said she was 31. And her name was Tiffany. So I made that rose in her honor. But we have become very close, and she's like my sister to me. And I love her. She helps me tremendously on the craft page. If you're on the craft group, you'll see her comment, and she's there. She's an amazing person. And her husband is an amazing man. He took care of her, so I have so much respect for him. Thank you, Spot, for taking care of Janet, because she wouldn't be with us if it wasn't for you being there and taking care of her and supporting her through this. He gave her the will to keep on going. So he's an amazing person. I have spoken to him on the phone. He's a great person. Hug, Spot. Love you, Spot. Thank you for taking care of Janet and being there for her. But anyways, it's her birthday today. And, girl, you did it. You weren't supposed to make it. Here we are. And you have lived another year. So, it's her birthday. She's awesome. Oh, anyways, my son came to pick up my grandbabies, and what he told me was that they were teaching my angel baby how to do sign language. And I was like, why? Well, he can say a couple words, but he's not really talking like he should be. But mainly because it helps with the hand coordination. Because Down syndrome, all he can do is grab and throw, so they're teaching him how to move his hands. So the way to do it is with sign language, to move those muscles and move those hands around. But also that's good because it teaches him how to communicate in other ways. So that's really good. But I told him, I was like, he said thank you. He goes, I know. He'll say, you know, mama and dada, but he's not very verbal. He doesn't say very much. He'll, like, do baby talk to songs and stuff like that. That's why we were so thrilled when I heard him say thank you. I almost started crying. I was like, oh my gosh, he said thank you. So, that's what he was telling me. He's learning different things in his therapy. He has physical therapy and occupational therapy 3 times a week because Down syndrome babies are delayed, like I said, in their motor skills. So he's learning everything. He may not be able to do, like, communicate like other kids, but I'll tell you what, he does put puzzles together. And he did, you know, he says he can throw stuff and you know, but he's picked up a fishing pole and sat there and done this with the go fishing and picked up all those little fish. So he does more. It's just, like I said, he doesn't, not a lot, not like he should. So they're teaching him different things. He knows how to say, I forget what he told me. Oh, in the trash with sign language. Bye, and something else he was telling me. I was wondering why he was moving his hands. Because he was actually signing. I was like, I just thought he was being a baby, but he does sign language. So, be good for him. Learn another language. Really good for him. So here we go. You can do this flower in any colors. So you can take your favorite colors, dark purple, and mix it with light purple. You can do it in any color. And look how pretty this is. This is gorgeous. Now, like I said earlier, see how this is the only one I have a little bit of fray on. Just a little bit. Just trim it. That's going to happen. That's normal. But there's not much. And we'll go over what you need to do to protect your mesh and different things that I do. So I'm going to take pink because we did purple on that side. See, I'm alternating it. Purple's here. Pink's here. Well, why is it so far apart though? Oh, I didn't add. There's a pink. Nope, here's a purple. Here's a purple. Yep, pink. Right here. So I'm going to take pink for the 3rd bar, just one pink. Take the zip tie. Stick the zip tie under, around that 3rd bar. Take your pink mesh. Alright, so beautiful. Very beautiful. We're going to take 2 yellow. One. And look everyone, we're not doing a hard pollen. I'm trying to get out flowers because not everybody makes my pollen centers. So I'm trying to teach you other ways to make beautiful flowers without needing pollen. So I'm going to go around the 3rd bar, flat side in, take your zip tie, go around these 2 pieces of mesh, I like to push mine up because we're going to be going on your 3rd bar. Now you can make this full, really, really full, like the 4th of July carnation, but you don't, it gives it a different look when you do 3 in a section versus 2. Alright, so 1, 2, take your zip tie, around the bar, flat side in, it's really pretty. Take 2 more. This is how, these are some of the different designs that we can do when I do YouTube and Facebook Lives, when I get the, get everything I need to start. We can do stuff like this because it doesn't take as long as my other flowers. So we can do, you know, easy, fun stuff. Not so complicated. So around the bar here, take it, take the zip tie, go around both pieces of mesh, no twisting that pipe cleaner and hurting your hands. Zip tie does all the work for you. How pretty that is. It's gorgeous, and we're not even done yet. So you're going to get to this one. You did pink over here, so we're going to do purple here. I'll have to figure out the supplies. It's not in my head. Like I said, it'll be on the community page, and I will put it at the end of this tutorial, but I have no idea how many of each piece is, so I won't be able to tell you. I have to figure it out for you. So I'll let you, it'll be at the end of this tutorial and on the community page, like I said. So you're just going around that 3rd bar with 1 piece, a zip tie, scrunch that over. Sorry, I have to move those over there. 1, a crisscrossed. Around the bar. Around the mesh. Flat side in with zip ties at all times, okay? Make your life a lot easier if you're using zip ties if you do flat side in. Push this part up so you can work on the next two. Watch what the leaves do to it. So you get to pick out the name. So like I said, go on my community page. I'm going to put a picture of this as soon as I'm done. And it'll be up before I even get the tutorial up because I gotta edit the tutorial and I gotta put the supplies in. So I'm gonna have people tell me what they think this flower is so I can get a name of it, which is fun because I get to get my crafty family to help me name different pieces. And so that's the fun part. And then we can, I'll put the supply list when I'm done up while this is downloading. But I'm going to put a picture up on the community page before anything else. As soon as I'm done, I'll take a picture. I'll put it up on YouTube on the community page. And you'll be able to tell me what it looks like. But it is gorgeous. It is very beautiful. So 1, 2, crisscross, zip tie, going around the third bar, the second bar, second bar, flat side in, around both pieces of mesh at one time, zip tie, this is gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. And this is our last one. Nope. Yep, our last one, and then we put the leaves on. See how fast that was? We did a whole tutorial doing a whole flower. So it's probably an hour long, but it's faster than most of my other flowers because we do a lot of work with those. So with the leftover, you can add more color in it too. You can keep adding if you wanted more color. Simple is best. You don't want to put too much color because it will take away from the flower. You don't want it to look too cloudy. You want it to look natural. So this goes on the third bar, zip tie around. So all I'm doing is I'm taking a zip tie, going around that third bar, and you can pre-tweet it in because there's nothing on top of the flower, okay? Around, under, if that makes it easier for you. Take this single piece of colored mesh that is only highlighting the pretty flower and zip tie it. You will hear the teeth grab on. When the zip tie is grabbing, you're going to hear that little, it's like a little zipper sound. Then you know that it's threading through properly. Because sometimes the cheaper zip ties, they just don't catch right. So that's why I started going with the Walmart zip ties, because I haven't had any problems. A lot of people get their zip ties from Harbor Freight, and they also have a great cable tie gun from what a lot of my crafty friends are telling me. Students, I call me students, but they're my friends. They're my friends and family. My group, they're telling me about, they found theirs at different places, and they like it. All I have here, Unfortunately, I live in a little country town, military town. My husband is military. Around the 3rd bar, everybody, okay? We have a Lowe's, a Walmart, a Dollar Tree, and a Dollar General. That's it. That's it. And then, of course, we have our base and stuff like that. But that's all we have. I have to go to Florida. So when I go to Old Time Pottery, because I love them, that's an hour, about an hour and 45 minutes away. Hobby Lobby is about an hour away. We have to travel to get there. We don't live near anything. I said we're in a country town. Where we're stationed at, I have enough to make another flower because I didn't need that whole roll. I got a whole roll of purple and a whole roll of pink. We didn't even use barely any. So like I said, I have enough to make another flower with them, which I will be doing. Just when you store up your stuff that's already cut up, try to keep it stored up away from other mesh so it doesn't touch. I get Ziploc bags, big ones, and I'll put it in there. Or I'll put it to the side where it's not touching anything. And then I try to use it right away on another project so it doesn't get damaged. We also use a lot of protectants on this. If your mesh is if it's netty, if you can only get the real netty hard mesh on your hands, real netty. Even cutting with my cutter, it will fray more. Even if you use a wood burner, it frays. So what you do is you want to cut this a little bit longer than what you would normally cut it. That's why I tell people cut it, if you need 10, cut it in 11 inches. And then you can take your E6000, which you can get at Walmart. I'm putting this over the 3rd bar, sorry. Don't mean to stop talking. Over the 3rd bar, everyone. It's the last bit around both pieces of mesh. And there we go. Both pieces of mesh at once. 3rd bar. So if you're using my cutter and you find out that it's still fraying a lot, that's because you have a net type mesh. And that means it's probably going to fray even with a wood burner. Okay? Lots of you use wood burners as well, which will burn the edges down. If you have COPD or any type of breathing problems, do not use a wood burner because that's going to inflame your lungs and make you really, really sick. And I don't want you to get sick. Alright? Use a mask you can get from the Dollar Tree if you're going to cut it with your wood burner. Alright? There's a toxic chemical that comes from any type of mesh and heat. And this is what a wood burner is. You can get it for $12.97 at Walmart. And when that comes off, it's toxic. And when you breathe it in, you can get really sick. I have gotten pneumonia and bronchitis from it. And if you have your fur babies in your room, they can get sick as well because they're breathing it in too. Alright? So I've learned my lesson over certain things. If you're going to use it, that's fine. Just use your mask. Open up a window too. You want to have it ventilated. You don't want to breathe it in. Breathe it in. If you're cutting burlap, do not turn on a fan because it's going to make the fibers go around in the room and you're going to breathe it in and then you're going to get really, really sick. That's very toxic. I use E6000. You can spray it on each layer. Let it sit and dry. Let it dry. It's a spritz spray you can get from Walmart. And then I use acrylic sealer. And this you can get from Walmart as well. They have the gloss and they have the flat, which is the matte. depending on how shiny this is. You like this one, it's not that shiny, I would use the matte. Alright, spray this outside. It is spray paint. It's clear gloss acrylic. It also can hurt your lungs. Spray it outside, wear a mask. You can spray each layer, let it dry, and then go back and work on it again. That will help seal your ends. Alright? So a lot of times I'll cut my mesh extra long because I don't like to go outside after every single time I do something to spray it. I'll cut it extra long, and then when I get to the end, I'll trim off a ½ inch, and then I spray it with the E6000. I spray it once, let it dry, then spray it again, and then I use the acrylic sealer over it. That will help seal the ends and help reduce on fray after it's made. Nothing is 100%. Nothing is. So you have choices. You can either fold one corner to the other, grab it, and you can take this just like this, and this is your metallic. Alright, and what I want to do is I actually want to put it, because I want to crisscross these, because I cut enough, I have enough of this. This is beautiful. I'm going to take this, go underneath the bar. I use the bars a lot when I make my wreaths. I don't use plastic canvas a lot, only on some things. And the bar in half, and you can crisscross it or just use that. When you're doing this, this is the easy one. You can take your zip tie, and remember, we do cover the backs. So this is your choice. You can do your single petal like this, using your zip tie. Alright? Or you can crisscross it. I like this. You can crisscross it and then put the zip tie over it. Also, you can also do the leaves in the same pattern as this. So, see how we see this part? I like that. I actually like that, the way it lays. Or you can take it and do your ruffle and then fold it over, but you're not going to see much. You're just going to see that. I want to see that petal. So I'm going to crisscross corner to corner, scrunch, take it underneath. And when you put your backing on this, this will hold that mesh up so it won't flop on you. So don't worry about that, because I'll show you how to do that too. So you're going to take it. You want to see those petals. Take your zip tie around the mesh. As close to the bar as possible. Even, so you're not constantly flopping it over. Move these next to each other. And because there's nothing on this, you can work this way. So corner, you need leaves, alright? I want leaves on this one because it's a different type of flower. Like I said, it's almost like a carnation, but we're doing this a little bit different. You take it. You do want to trim the little ends right there. That's eyelash. That's not fray, by the way, because this is eyelash mesh. Take it. Go around as close to the bar as possible. Alright. I like mine to almost layer next to, because that's tighter. It makes it tighter that way. So depending on how full you want it and how many leaves you want, it's totally up to you. Again, You can do 4 in a section, or you can do 3 in a section. It's totally up to what you want, how you want your flower to look. Close to the rim as possible. So that's 3. You can move these to the side or in front. Actually, I would make those a little bit shorter so I won't snag anything. So scissors are for. Now you can take your zip tie gun as well too, but this is flipped upside down. So I take it under the bar, just like this, okay? If you're going to use your zip tie gun, then you're going to want to have it to the side, because it's going to get it super tight. Because it's going to be hard to move it. Alright. So you're doing 3 in a section with your leaves. And you can do any colors you want. You don't have to do this. Do your favorite color in a flower. Any color you want. See how pretty this is? It's gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Wait till you see the flower. It's going to look totally different because we have the leaves. This makes it a totally different flower. It's actually pretty big. Yes, you can take your 10-inch frames and do this with it. But, because I'm showing you a flower, but I have an idea that I wanted to do on the front of it. So taking it, see that? Nice and pretty. Zip tie. Alright. Just taking corner to corner, grabbing it right in the center, pinch it under the bar, in half, around, pull it, it's not quite in half, it's like 3/4. Alright, so it's 3 in a section. What I'm going to do is I am going to finish this off camera. And then we have options because we can actually put something simple and cute. Or you can just have a plain flower. It's totally up to you. I wanted to do something fun. We may just leave this a flower. See how the petals are laying really pretty? That is gorgeous. So what I was thinking, I'm going to finish the petals off camera, and I still have to show you how to cover it. I was going to put this little guy here, which we still might be able to do, but I do not. I do not want to decorate it because I like the way this looks. I don't want to do that. I kind of want to leave it as a flower. Yeah, I want to leave it as a flower. It's too pretty. It's way too pretty to change it into something else. Alright, so I'm going to finish these up. I only have... You do have to cover this back, and we have to be specific with the back. Otherwise, this will flop on you, alright? So, I wanted to show everyone how to do that. But I don't want to be on here too long and make you guys bored. A lot of you are my beginners. You have to see what I do next. So, and push these to the side. So you want your, when we cover this, we want it a little bit long to cover over this, alright? So I need 1, 2 more. 1, 2, 3, and then 2 more on that side because I already have one. I have plenty left over. And I cut... I must have ordered another one. I have another one of those. I cut half a roll in this, so... Okay, so you're going to want a piece of ribbon. I have a piece of ribbon that I had left over from doing the birdhouse wreath. It's sheer ribbon, so it matches the leaves. You don't need anything fancy or big. Because there's no sign on it, you don't have to worry about it holding it up and facing it what way to hang up. Remember, when you're covering the back, you need something for someone to use as a door hanger to hang this. So I put a ribbon on mine. I do use also my natural vine. I'll show you, but I want to save that because it does cost more for my vine wreaths. I'll show you. Which is this. It's a vine. It's floral wire, and it's naturally vined. Natural. And it goes on my vine wreaths. Alright. So I'm going to use a plastic mat from Walmart. And the reason why I use these for $1.47 is they already have little holes in it, and they're plastic. They're more sturdy, and you don't have to poke holes into it, and you don't have to tweed it. Dollar Tree, you have to tweed it through, and if you cut it down to size, it comes apart easy. Those are $1 from Dollar Tree. This is it for 47 cents more. You can get these mats from Walmart, your local Walmart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take this. It's kind of going to go towards the front of it with the zip tie. Okay. And because it's overlaying this, see how it's over it? is going to hold these petals flat down where they don't move or flop because it's over it. So you can take this, tweed it to the next hole over. Make sure the flat side's up. You're covering your flower, and at the same time it's overlapping that wire holding these petals down. Under, put it through, tweed it up. Because these petals aren't back, I don't have a whole, my normal flowers, there's another layer here and I connect these together. And that's what holds it still in place. These are a little bit more floppy, so you want to cover the back and you want to make sure that it's nice and secure. Alright, see that's secure there. I'm going to put one over here. You don't have to do what I'm doing right now. I just want to. It's going to lay over those petals, secure them in. These petals aren't going anywhere. You're just going to go all the way through it and put your zip ties down. Now, if you wanted to do a double petal on this, that would make it secure. If you want to put the zip tie going down, that'll also make it more secure, but I don't want, this is plenty of petals. You don't want to overdo the petals. It's going to ruin this type of flower. Alright? There we go. Dinner must be done. My husband's cooking tonight. He cooks a lot though. Unless he's out to sea or he comes home and he's real tired, then I do all the cooking. But my husband cooks. Yes, I have a good husband. He takes care of me. And he's in the military. Someone asked me the longest I went without seeing him. It was almost a whole year. It was horrible. So, and we live by no news is good news, and check our email every day possible. It's a hard life. It's harder on the kids than it is on the spouse. I mean, it's hard on the spouse. We have to keep the kids together and keep our family from falling apart. But, you know, your children don't always understand. They go through a lot. No floppy. No floppy floppy. Nice and pretty. Doesn't flop. Woohoo! So I hope you can see this because I am done. Put a picture up. It is a big piece, but it's beautiful. Nice and beautiful. So I'm going to put this up, take a picture, put it on my community page. And we are done. So if you wanted to, you could put something in the center, but honestly, it's going to ruin this flower. This is a gorgeous flower. I don't even know what I'm going to name it yet. But you'll see it when you're watching this video, because there'll be a name, because my community, my craft group picks my names out. No floppies, no nothing. Everything's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let me see if I can get the camera so you can see it. Hold on one second. Alright. See how thick that is and how beautiful? Let's see if I can hold it up for you. So, alright. That's it. I'm going to hang it up and go take some pictures for everybody to see. Let me see if I can hang it up and videotape it. I'll be right. Alright, here we go. See how big that flower is. It's beautiful though. In the sunlight. Look how gorgeous that is. Like, share, subscribe everybody. Have a blessed, blessed night. I shall see you probably Monday. Bye.